Hey everyone, Jeremy here, RC Collaborative. Today we're going to talk about and test the Protek Head Warmer.
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the world is pretty cold, you might need a sweater too.
Alright, so I have a Protek Head Warmer here with a 3S Protek battery. This is a 12 volt version. They have one that plugs into the wall. I bought this one because I wanted the mobility of the battery, so I can leave my Nitro truggy on pit lane and I can have this hooked up to the truggy, keeping it warm without having to worry about having to plug an AC outlet in or have an extension cord or anything like that. So I really like the head warmer. It works well. You just have to know how to use it and know what to expect from it. It's not going to heat you up instantly. It's not a quick thing. It usually takes about 2 heat cycles to get you up to heat. At least 1 cycle is better than nothing. If you don't know, heating your engine up before starting it really helps it start. Puts less wear on it and just makes your life easier in general. You'll waste less fuel warming up. So the engine will just run a lot better in the beginning. So I've been using this. I recommend, if you can, using a heat gun to preheat the engine a bit first and then put this on to help maintain the heat. Or if you have to, you can just cycle it a couple times to get the engine up to temperature. The one thing I would recommend, this is a 2200 milliamp battery from Protek. I would get probably like a 5000 milliamp battery or something bigger. This one doesn't really last all day during races, so that's one thing I'll say. I didn't buy a big enough battery, so when you buy a battery, I would get something that's bigger than this 2200, maybe like a 5000 or something like that. Other than that, it works good. I did some testing in the garage, which we'll take a look at that, and I ran it a few times and showed you. I have a battery meter on it, so you can see the power and what it's doing, and it seems like it pulses and cycles on and off. But yeah, other than that, it's to use it, you push this button right here and the red light turns on, and then it'll run for 10 minutes and then turn off automatically. I think it's flashing and saying that my battery is kind of low, which it's not fully charged. So I'm gonna disconnect that. And then if you ever want to stop it from charging, you can just hold this button down and it will turn off the cycle. A lot of times I find that when I'm racing, because I'm racing multiple classes and I'm there by myself most of the time, I don't have somebody there to heat my engine up for me. So while I'm racing and turn marshalling my other classes, I leave this on the truggy to keep the engine warm, so that way when my race comes up, I'm not wasting 5 minutes trying to get the truck warm. So it really helps with the races. Like I said, if you need instant heat, the heat gun's the best way to go. But if you aren't able to use the heat gun, or you need to kind of be ready on the spot, this is what you want. So if you have any questions, put your comments below. Let's go to the garage and let me show you how it works. Hey guys, so we're out in the garage here. I've got my Protek Head Warmer with my Protek LiPo battery. This is a 2200 35C 3-cell battery. I would like to explain how I think it is useful and how to properly use it. So right now the engine is room temperature, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. So while I'm talking, I'm just going to start this head warmer and get it going to see what it'll do. So you hit the button and it lights up, and then it cycles for, I believe, 5 or 10 minutes, and then it'll shut off. What I found is doing this once, 1 cycle isn't really going to warm it up. You need to run it at least 2 cycles to see a difference on the heat on the engine. And like I said, you know, the time that it runs, you know, you have to wait for it to go through those steps. So I believe the better way to use this device is to preheat the engine with a heat gun. I believe kind of getting the temperature up with this first, which has a lot of heat and will get it there quicker, get the temperature up to heat, and then put this on there and turn it on and go do what you got to do. Alright guys, so we cycled the battery like 4 times. There's 3.6 left. I think you could probably run it a 5th time or even a little longer. The battery was fully charged before we started this. As you can see, we topped out at like 163 degrees, measuring on the glow plug. So this motor would start really easily right now. It's nice and hot. So my suggestion would be, I would maybe try to get a higher capacity, higher C battery than this one. The bigger the battery is and the longer it stays at a higher voltage, the more power you're going to get out of the heater. I recommend preheating the motor with the heat gun first, and then putting this on. So while you're, waiting for it to, so you could go do something else, maybe turn Marshall for a race, and have it already heated up for you and ready to go. So if you want to heat the motor fast, like I said, I think the heat gun's better. This is good to maintain the heat, or if you really have the time to sit and wait, you could heat cycle it 2 times, and that would, be enough to get it hot for you. Otherwise, you can get it warmer with the heat gun than you can with this, and it works a lot quicker. So you know, that's why I just kind of wanted to show you that this isn't a super heater. It's not going to get it super hot super quick like a heat gun does, but it does work. It does get the heat up. You have to cycle it a couple times. That's where I kind of recommend using it as a heat maintainer over, you know, actually trying to get the temperature up. I think it'd be easier to get it up with this and maintain the heat with this. And what's good about this, the reason I bought this instead of one that plugs into the outlet, is that I can plug it in and it'll travel with the truck. I can put it on the starter box or the pit caddy and have this with the vehicle. So, you know, if I have to go to go do a race, I can preload my Nitro car on the pit lane, have it already heated with the gun, have this on it keeping the heat up, and if you hit this button, or I believe if you hold it, it cancels it so you can start it over. So as soon as you have to leave and go do something, start it over, make sure it's starting on a new cycle of 10 minutes, get it going, and then go do what you got to do, and then when you come back you'll be ready to go for the race. You'll start up and have less issues with keeping the car running or getting it started. So head warmer is a good idea. Like I said, I just think you have to use it properly and, you know, have the right expectations of it and know what it's going to do for you. First time I used it, I had no idea what to expect, so I had to kind of figure it out and perfect my protocol for using it. So just thought I would show you guys some testing and see how well it works. Obviously it does the job, and if you have any questions, let me know, put your comments below. Thank you so much for watching my videos and supporting me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and most importantly, comment below. Please let me know if the videos helped you, what you would like to see in the next videos, and if there's anything we can do to make the quality of the videos better for you, that would be great. If you're a vendor and you'd like to send me something to review, a product review, or would like to sponsor me for racing, my email is just down here. Send me an email, we'll work it out. Other than that, collab on, guys.